Hello, my name is Nathan Devonte, and I'm sitting here with multi-talented singer, songwriter, performer, Todrick Hall.
Yep, it's me. Yep, it's me, Mr. OMG. You're so VIP. Yep, that's my place in the Beverly Hills. Yep, that's my place on the $1 million bill. Yep, it's more. That's my call. La, just touch the star. They be like, oh, hot Johnny, can you sign on my chest? Yep, it's me in the flesh. Let go.
What's up? The show was phenomenal.
Thank you.
No, the show was amazing.
Stop it.
There was mostly like under 18s in there, like girls, but the guys, I was loving it. I was actually loving it. If you haven't seen this show, you need to check it out on YouTube, like all the clips on Instagram. The show is so much fun. So much. How long did it take you to put this together?
Surprisingly, we put the show together in just 2 days. We picked the set list, did the music, and choreographed it, got the costumes and everything in less than a week. It was crazy.
The show was sold out in London the first time you've been here.
I can't believe
How does that feel?
It's insane. I've always had this like amazing infatuation with the UK and London and all of Europe, and I've always wanted to come here. Basically, since I was 19, I've been trying to find an excuse to come here, and so I put the tickets on sale. That way, if the show was sold out, I would have no choice but to come here. So I kind of basically forced myself to come, and I'm so glad I did. I've had a blast, and the people have been so nice, and I was blown away that the audience knew all the lyrics and the words, the dialogue to the videos. It's just crazy.
So just for some of those who don't know, Todrick Hall presents. Tell us more about the show.
Twerk Du Soleil, it's my show. It's kind of like a variety show. It highlights all of my most popular YouTube videos. I have 120 million views on YouTube, and now I took the biggest videos, and the coolest part about my show is I let the fans choose the name, I let the fans choose the set list, I let the fans choose what videos they wanted to see. That way it would be a guarantee that they would like it.
Okay, how do you stay connected with your fans?
I love talking to my fans on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, and on YouTube I read the comments, and I try to talk to them as much as I can and help them with advice, and I feel like my relationship with them is so personal. Okay. And so yeah.
So you've been in London for how many days?
I've been in London for 3 days, and I'm just now getting my feet and getting my internal clock on.
I imagine you've been rehearsing non-stop. Now it's Notting Hill Carnival tomorrow. You're going to be attending?
I'm going to try. I didn't even know what it was. I've never experienced it at all, so this will be my first time.
So you started off on Broadway.
Yes.
And then you went into the show, American Idol?
Yes, I did The Color Purple on Broadway, and then I did American Idol.
And then you got to the semi-finals.
I did.
And then
I got eliminated kind of early, I felt, but it was such a good learning lesson because I was so depressed afterwards and thought about just going back to Broadway, because Broadway is still a huge accomplishment, but I felt like I wanted more. I went back to Broadway and it just didn't feel the same. I didn't feel complete, and so I got up and I just said one day, I have to go back to LA, because if I don't try to pursue my dreams of making myself my own artist and my own brand and my own creations and bring all these things that are going on in my mind to life, then I will always wonder what if later in life, and I don't ever want to be one of those people who didn't go after their dreams and didn't find out if they could have been successful or not. So I'm so grateful with the amount of success that I have. I obviously want more, as any artist does, but I'm just really grateful that I got to experience American Idol, because it really taught me so much about the industry and about LA and how it's a TV show. It's not a talent competition, and you have to have something that the fans like and identify with, and I just think I learned a lot, so I'm really, really happy that I experienced that.
So that epic McDonald's drive-thru song, where did that come from?
I just love McDonald's. It's my favorite restaurant. And I just decided one day I was driving down the street and I saw it and I was like, oh my God, I wanted number 6 so bad. And so then I wrote this song in the car on the way to, I'll never forget, I was going to see Sex and the City 2, and my friends were like, Todrick, we're late. And I was like, I know, but there's this song I just really want to sing, and I think it's so cute. And I had to convince them to do it, and they're like, this is so dumb. We're never going to learn these words. And by some crazy twist of events, they learned it. We filmed it, uploaded it to YouTube, went to go see Sex and the City 2. do. And when we got out of the theater, it was already going viral. We were like, we had 10,000 views, and for someone who doesn't do YouTube, that's a lot of views. And then every day it just kept jumping up, and now it's at over 7 or 8 million views, and it's crazy because people know the song and people have recreated it at their own McDonald's in America and in other countries as well.
Yeah, the two girls in the backseat are like. So, the Forbes magazine, they did a feature on you.
Yeah.
30 influential people under 30. That's a huge achievement.
Yes.
Yeah. What are you aiming for next?
Well, I didn't even realize that when they told me that. I was just like, I had no idea that I had made that much because we stay working so much that I knew that I wasn't like struggling at the time for money, but I didn't realize that was something worth writing about until they did that article, and it was just crazy, and it was such a huge accomplishment. I got a lot of proposals from people that I had liked for a really long time. They all of a sudden liked me and had a crush on me, so that was awesome. But I didn't take it, and so now that was one of those things that I was like, that's really awesome, but I'm more proud of artistic things that I do. That was a really cool, just like benchmark to say you're headed in the right direction, and I needed that motivation at the time. But I get more excited about opening the Kids' Choice Awards and other accomplishments that I've had, because those are things that people are respecting my art, necessarily not my accomplishments. But I don't care if I get 10 views or 10 million views on the video. If I like the art that I put out, then I'm just as happy with that.
So the end of time flash mob, Beyonce uploaded a video and thanked you personally. Who does?
Beyonce does. To answer your question. That was crazy. That was one of the few times in my life where I was literally speechless, because I always have a lot to say about everything, but I was speechless when I saw that. That was incredible.
One of my favorites, and I think it's one of your favorites in general, Cinderance. I love the 1+1 into Hello and then the End of Time medley. That's amazing.
Thank you.
I love that.
I get a lot of flack on YouTube for doing parodies that kind of like show African Americans in a negative light, and sometimes people think that I just portray them as being ghetto. So I wanted to do a beautiful reproduction of a classic fairy tale like Cinderella, where instead of it being making fun of African Americans, it was celebrating them, and much like The Wiz does. And so I just wanted to do like the most classic story with the most unclassic cast, and that's the reason why I did that, and I'm really, really proud of that video.
And
from that video,
exactly, Beyonce blow choreography.
Beyonce saw Cinderance, she loved it. Beyonce's management called me and they said, we would love for you to choreograph a video on her upcoming album. And it was just an incredible thing. I always have loved Beyonce, and to get to choreograph one of her videos was just like the most amazing experience and the most amazing gift anybody could get. I got to see her behind the scenes and how she treats her co-workers and her staff, and how she treats the extras on her videos. It was just an amazing experience, and
just the phone call alone would have snatched my skin.
It was crazy. It was honestly the best experience of my life. I was calling Chester, my assistant and best friend. I was calling him every day, being like, "You'll never believe this." And I think it was cool that she chose me to do it because I'm such a fan. A lot of people would have like signed a non-disclosure agreement, but then told people. But I was very secretive about the project because I knew how important it was to her. And I think only somebody with an amazing character would be able to film an entire series of videos without anybody knowing, and have enough people on set that were respectful enough of her art to not leak the concept, and no one knew she was doing this. It was an awesome thing, and she is what I aspire to be, even 1/8 of what she is.
So what didn't we get to see on the blog? Because I know with Beyonce videos there's always a second one that comes out a couple months later. What is just one?
Most of everything you got to see, there was just parts of the choreography that weren't shown in full, but they're shown in pieces. And so I think for that video, there was a couple of scenes that we reshot in a different location just because the lighting and stuff was off, and it was so cool that she had such a good eye because it looked amazing. It would have totally passed, but she's such an artist that the next day she came back, reshot the entire thing with different outfits that she picked out herself, and it was just awesome to watch how she was like, "This is not right," and I was like, "It looks great to me," but then when I saw what she had in mind, it was like leaps and bounds better, and it was just awesome to watch her basically co-direct her own videos.
So a couple questions just for the Beehive. Did you get to take a picture of Blue?
I didn't take a picture with Blue. I didn't think it would be appropriate, and I did get to meet her and play with her. But she's just a normal little kid that is really super smart and has really superstar parents.
Favorite song from On the Run Tour?
I love when she performs Flawless live. It's flawless.
The VMA Vanguard performance tonight.
I'm so sad that I'm missing it, but hopefully because
some tea, just a little piece.
Oh, I can't tell you. I know
you know something.
I do know stuff, but I don't want to be the person that
By the
says
time
it.
this comes out, it would have happened already.
Oh, well, she's performing. In that case, she's performing all the 14 songs from her last album, and she's performing a minute of each one. It's going to be incredible. I've been hearing about the rehearsals, and it's awesome.
So I can hear the crowd calling outside, so we're going to cut this real short. Quick fire round. Brandy or Monica?
Brandy.
Okay. Little Kim's remix or Nicki
Minaj.
Your favorite Disney movie?
Favorite Disney movie is Beauty and the Beast.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for having me.